What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode number 28 of the Infinity Flux Letters page. I'm Matt.
I'm Andy.
This is our bi-weekly live stream where we just chat with you guys about comic books because we sell comic books, we read comic books, we like comic books, and we just wanted to have kind of a virtual version of hanging out with your buddies at the comic book store every Wednesday. Pedro, how you doing? We are live on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. We're supposed to be live on Facebook, but I think there's a problem with Facebook, so I'm not sure if we're out there today or not. Mateo on Instagram, how you doing? It's the bumpkin. Okay, that's weird. So sorry, we're a little bit out of sorts because our room has been redone a little bit. The room that
you
we're
move furniture around the living room and a cat walks in, it's like, whoa.
And we were talking about how even the smallest little change to something can just completely throw you off because, Grizzlebees, I like that name. How you doing?
Hiya.
And it's all painted black in here now, but all the stuff that was in here has been moved out. So it's a little bit more echoey. So that will be fixed pretty soon. So in the video that we just uploaded on YouTube or this one, it may sound a little bit echoey just because it's just wide open in here right now. But we're going to get some soundproofing stuff in here. Plus there was this backstock and everything that goes out to the store that was stored back here too. So that helped muffle the sound. I missed you, man. The last week wasn't the same without your streams. Hey, what's up, Selena? I didn't realize that was you on here. Okay. I normally live stream on TikTok on Wednesdays and Fridays, but I was not able to do that either day last week. So I'll be back tonight though, for sure. Whoops. And Grizzlebees, you guys are so great. I watch your long form videos and have learned a lot. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
That's good. I've lost knowledge since doing them, so it must have been going somewhere.
Yeah, the point of those videos is not 100%. Is not number one to sell you stuff from our store, but rather to get information out to the public. That's our main goal: is to get information out to the public about what comics are coming up on FOC that weekend, or the comics that are coming out that week. What are they about? That kind of thing. Having you buy from us is secondary. The primary is even if you buy from your own store, totally fine. We just want you to know what you're getting into. What was what was your favorite comic book this week? So we're gonna start off with what we normally do with our picks of the week. What do you think?
What do I have? Let me look at my bag.
I'm gonna let you go first because every time I say mine, you want to make it something different, even if it's the same one. Man, how's it going?
I will go with. I'm probably gonna go Superman number 29.
That's mine too.
Oh man,
that's okay. We got the same pick. Superman.
I feel like we're predictable. If it's a week Superman comes out, then it's gonna be Superman. Justice League Unlimited this week was fantastic. It was very intense. A lot going on. Yeah,
as I was reading it, I was like, wait, I almost didn't like it at first because I was like, wait, there's just so much. There's three different things going on all at once. But then it hit me. Wait a minute. There's a whole lot going on all at once, and it all seems to be related.
It's not like three separate stories.
Right.
It's like, these all seem to be kind of triggered by each other.
Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man number 20 is gas till the series ends. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I love the series. I just didn't like this issue.
There
was nothing happening.
The ratio of good to mediocre in Ultimate Spider-Man is way more on the good. It's a fantastic series.
Yeah, Superman was very good. Guillotine aficionado. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy new comic book day for sure.
Somebody's got to be aficionado about everything.
Right. Guillotines. Ultimate Spider-Man this week was the worst of the run. It's still a very good issue in a vacuum. Right. I mean, it's
if you're going in expecting something, which we kind of were, but we were also kind of promised that we were going to get answers and all that, and then we didn't really get that. It's kind of like, okay. I mean, it wasn't poorly written. It wasn't anything. It just wasn't exactly what I felt like we were meant to get out of it.
Yeah, I thought it may have been something like Peter and Harry and Gwen too sitting down and telling Mary Jane, you know, all right, MJ, you know about Spider-Man and Green Goblin, and now you know about Mysterio, but here's what you don't know.
Yeah.
The Kingpin is doing this bad stuff. He's working for this. I thought they might tell Mary Jane about a little bit more about the world.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they know everything, but they know more than just like your normal person. So I thought they might reveal more to her about that. I thought they might say like, oh yeah, you know, apparently this world isn't what it was supposed to be and blah, blah, blah. But no, it was just like very cryptic and they didn't really accomplish anything.
Cryptic and kind of like threatening to,
a little bit,
you know, like you don't realize how much danger you're really in. It's like, okay, tell her how much danger she's really in.
Yeah, because that's what she wanted. She's like, tell me everything. And they didn't tell her anything. That was what I didn't like. Hickman loved his recap issues, especially in this book. It's nice to have them as a breather. The only thing about having a breather with Ultimate Spider-Man, I feel like every issue is a breather. And then like I feel like it's backwards. Like every 6th issue is a big action issue. And then everything after that is a breather. You know, it should be switched.
The series, let's be honest, is kind of Ultimate Peter Parker. Starring Spider-Man occasionally.
Guest starring Spider-Man.
Which is great. Like, I love Peter Parker. I love every issue Mary Jane's in and all of that. But, you know, for this far in, we haven't seen a whole lot of Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said it before where, like, even though Peter Parker's been Spider-Man for 2 years at this point, I still don't know, like, a good Spider-Man? Is he capable of taking on somebody like Kingpin? Like, has he been practicing? Is he good with his web shooters? Does he know about his spider sense? Like, we haven't seen any of that kind of stuff like we did with either the original Amazing Spider-Man or the original Ultimate Spider-Man. We sort of saw Peter start to learn his powers and that kind of thing. And it's like, I've barely even seen him fight any villains, so I don't know.
Yeah. One of his most action-packed issues was when he was just no mask in the Savage Land.
Yeah, that 2-part thing was awesome. What's up, Pete? Well, I made it to one of the live shows. What's up? Hey, how you doing? Thanks for being here. So one of the how do you rate the new Batman book? Oh, the new Immortal Legend Batman. I liked it.
I still haven't read it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was pretty good. There was some surprises in it that I didn't see coming. But yeah, I was into it. You know, I love Elseworlds books anyway. So, you know, the fact that we have Elseworlds back and this is a wildly different take on Batman, and the fact that it's sci-fi, but also Western, but also Super Sentai, like all these things just mixed together. I'm really looking forward to issue number 2 though, because I think that's when we're going to see like Immortal Legend, Robin.
Yeah, they're on the cover.
Yeah, we saw them a little bit in the last few pages that were drawn by Dan Mora, but that was more of like a origin kind of thing. I want to see the current Robin and Nightwing in action.
Yeah, Batman number 1 comes out next week.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Yep, week from today. So we've already read that one in issue number 2.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see what people think about it, because it definitely is. It's a different, I don't want to say speed for a Batman book, but it doesn't, you know, radically change things, but it does introduce a lot of new kind of progressions of certain Batman tech.
Yeah. And
the way a certain villain changes is very interesting. So I'll be interested to hear what people think when they read Batman number 1.
Yeah, Pete says that he ordered 3 copies of Batman 1, cover A, a blind bag, and the giant issue that I'm going to frame. That's going to look real pretty because it's a really, really pretty book.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the first issue. I like the second issue even better. So if the first issue isn't quite your flavor, give it at least one more, because I thought the second issue was a lot better. Well, not a lot better, because that makes it sound like number 1 wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I just like issue number 2 more than the first one. But what I noticed after reading the first 2 issues is I like it that this Batman is a little itty bitty tiny bit different. He's a little itty bitty tiny bit not as grim and dark and dour. I think I was live streaming a couple weeks ago on TikTok, and I got the digital copy we have, and I didn't show anything, but I did talk about one panel where he tells Robin, he says something about that, you know, Robin asked him a question, why do you have this in your car? And he's like, because I have the coolest car ever,
or
something like that. And it's like, and Batman's not making jokes. I promise he's not throwing out one-liners. He's not Spider-Man, but he is a hair's width lighter than just I'm gonna work alone and I don't need the Bat family and everybody leave me alone and I'm right.
He's not pushing Robin away.
Right.
There's even like a part where basically Robin asked him like, hey, are you there? Like over the comms, and Batman's like, I'm always here.
Yeah.
And like, it was stuff like that was like, oh, I like this. It feels like, I don't know, even though people are like, oh, gritty Batman is, more mature. I feel like that's the immature Batman to be like angsty like that. I feel like the mature Batman is who finally understands that his family play a key part in his success and can embrace them. And
you'll see it big time in the first issue. I won't tell you what it is, but with the way that he deals with something, it's not with his fists.
Yeah, he goes into it thinking it's going to be one way, and it goes a very different way.
There we are. Yay, we got low signal, but hopefully that'll come back. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in. No, there we go. Now we got 2 bars. Yeah, I think we're back.
Yep.
So yeah, Batman number 1. I really enjoyed number 1. Number 2, like I said, even better. The artwork is awesome. He's got new tech, new gadgets, a new Batmobile. They keep talking about a new costume, but I don't think it's like new.
I don't think I don't think if they pointed it out, anyone would really notice. They would just think it's, the artist is drawing it a little bit different or coloring it a little bit different.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about news of Ultimate Endgame? So actually, Stefan, that's actually what we're going to talk about a little bit and let me try to, sorry guys, we're doing this on one monitor here. So I should have done this before. Share screen and then the Marvel tab and that one. Okay. And let me zoom. Okay. We like this one. So we wanted to talk a little bit about this Ultimate Universe 2 years in thing that was announced. Well, this article's from today, but they announced it a couple days ago, or I think last week actually, didn't they?
It was a little bit ago.
So we wanted to talk about this a little bit because there was this after they talked about Ultimate Endgame number 1 and Ultimate Spider-Man ending with number 24, there was this this idea in the air that I just saw a lot of people saying I can't believe they're getting rid of they're ending their most popular books, and I never took it that way. No. It's like it seems like common sense that everything's coming to an end. They're going to tell this big story, and then we're going to get something new afterwards, because Marvel's not dumb enough to cancel all of their best-selling books, right? And then they announced this Ultimate Universe 2 years in. Now, this comes out on December 3rd.
Yep.
Ultimate Endgame number 1 comes out on December 31st. So this will be, 2 or 3 weeks before Ultimate Endgame number 1. But this is going to be really cool because this sets up the future of the Ultimate Universe, just like this says, including Ultimate Endgame and the debut of Ultimate Daredevil, which I'm really excited about. Although we just learned something about this in this article that
as much as we've read about this, over the last week, there seemed to be a very big part we just skimmed over.
Yeah. So this Ultimate Universe 2 years in, to me, is like not an I told you so, but it's like hopefully people will relax now about the Ultimate Universe ending, because they're not gonna release this and a new Ultimate Daredevil, and we just met the Ultimate Shang-Chi, Ultimate Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and all this stuff. They're not going to end it all right after that, right? So hopefully this makes everybody feel a little bit better now that there is going to be something after Ultimate Endgame, because again, that just seems like the common sense. And they did talk about Ultimate Daredevil being introduced in this. And it says that, where was it?
Yeah, at the start, it just says right
here, including Ultimate Daredevil.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, cool. And so we were speculating about what
is it Matt Murdock?
Yeah. But then you read on.
It says, let's see.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, our Daredevil retains the essence of the original. He's still a something without fear, but he's been scaled up to a cosmic level hero. We just noticed this right before we went live. We were like, what in the world? What does that mean?
Yeah. And considering that the Guardians are playing a big part in this issue, is Ultimate Daredevil either part of the Guardians already? Is he going to join? But to say that Daredevil is a cosmic level, is there a character in the Marvel Universe that's maybe further away from cosmic level?
Right,
nothing about his, even Punisher has been like, a cosmic Ghost Rider and stuff. Daredevil has always been,
the most street level of street level heroes. And then so we were wondering if on the cover here to Ultimate Universe 2 years in, is this guy in black? I don't know who that is. Is that Ultimate Daredevil? I don't know. But I don't think we saw him in that issue of Ultimates where we first saw the Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think we saw this guy. So who is this guy?
I don't think that's Ultimate Daredevil.
That doesn't look like.
I think for the most part they've kept some of the same.
Oh, there you go. Daredevil gained Heimdall's powers in War of the Realms. I remember that too because it was like, oh, Daredevil's blind, but now he has like the
even that though
best
it feels
sight
like,
ever. Yeah,
doesn't feel like cosmic level, and this is permanent. This isn't like for a story arc. That sounds like this is going to be the version of Daredevil,
which isn't what I want, But I guess, but then again, I guess if I want my street level Daredevil, well, then just go read 616 Daredevil, right? But
I guess there's been times where certain characters have had moments of getting certain powers, or I know that Daredevil's been possessed by an actual demon before, but to come out of the gate with a new version that is, from his core, a very different character.
Yeah. On TikTok, do you think Marvel will bring back the Guardians of the Galaxy comic? Not anytime soon. What they are doing after the Imperial event is over is they're releasing 4 or 5 new ongoings. We've got a new Nova series coming. There's Planet She-Hulk. There's a new Black Panther Intergalactic. There's the new Exiles book. And then the other one is the Imperial Guardians, is it?
Which gives a lot of vibes of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Imperial
comic
spinoffs. Yeah.
I mean, I think it stars Gladiator and more.
Yeah, I was trying to find the actual Marvel. Yeah, this one. Imperial War, Imperial Guardians. So this is what I think the next quote unquote Guardians of the Galaxy book is going to be. This is going to fill that void. We've got Darkhawk. It looks like is that Captain Marvel, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Gamora, and is that Star-Lord? I'm not sure. Maybe the article actually says
Darkhawk is pretty cool.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, Gamora, and Darkhawk and more assemble as a new spacefaring super team to take on the many threats emerging from the conflict raging across the stars, beginning with a dark conspiracy at the heart of the Skrull Empire. And we know that the Skrulls are doing something weird, in Imperial right now. So what's up, John in Pensacola? I can't get over to your comment, but now I can.
Howdy.
Oh, and Universal, the movie studio. Love your movies, by the way. Thanks for putting them out. How do you guys value comics? Overstreet? I'll let you take it.
Man, I could go on a long time about Overstreet. No, I don't like Overstreet at all. The best way to value comics is eBay. eBay is what a comic is currently selling for. You can find out a comic that sold 10 minutes ago, it sold for this price. That is what a comic is worth. Overstreet for the longest time was the main way that you price comics. But your problem now is that the comics market fluctuates so much that they can release an Overstreet price guide, or I think they have a subscription on their website or whatever. But the next day, Marvel announces a new movie. The prices now are pretty much completely wrong because it fluctuates so much because the movies and stuff like that dictate the prices so much. eBay, sold listings, not just what people have listed for. eBay sold listings, recent, usually go to buy it now because sometimes auctions can get crazy or people going back and forth. That is your definitive, this is what it's selling for because this is what it sold for. It's not like, will we take all this stuff into account? No, like that is, if a book that you think is $300 just sold for $1, guess what? It's worth $1.
Yep.
Now you got to do your own rationalization with it, and you got to look at multiple listings and all of that to figure out. But that is your most to the minute pricing for a book.
Yep. Because a book might be worth $300, but it's only worth how much somebody is willing to pay for it.
Yeah, and people can ask whatever they want. Doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Right.
What people are willing to pay and have paid for is what a book is worth.
I'm still waiting for somebody to pay me $1 million for my Superman 75.
It's coming.
It's my eBay listing.
And my X-Men #1, Jim Lee.
Oh, right. Yeah. Youngblood #1 out there. Spawn #1. My eBay listings for those have been out there since 1998, and nobody has taken me up on it
yet. It's actually cost you more money to keep those
keep them up,
than what you would make off of them.
Going back to the Imperial thing. So I think this is what your Guardians of the Galaxy is going to look like, or that's what's going to fill that void at least for a while.
Not by name, but kind of by style of book.
Yeah,
I would say is going to be that.
And that's a pretty sweet team right there.
I like that team a lot.
Yeah.
It's characters that haven't got a whole lot of playtime recently.
Yeah.
Even though we did see like Cosmic Ghost Rider pop up in the Doom 2099
that was pretty cool.
book. It made me be like, oh yeah, I would like to read another thing with him. And then we've got this coming up. Darkhawk had maybe a miniseries or a one-shot.
There was a miniseries that introduced that new Darkhawk, I think, that new more spacefaring Darkhawk. I'd have to go back and read it, but I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to all this stuff coming out of Imperial. The Exiles thing with Professor X and Lilandra sounds really cool. Really looking forward to Planet She-Hulk. That's my most anticipated one. Probably this one is my number 2. Oh, Nova. Yeah, Nova. Oh my gosh. That's maybe my number 1. That one's neck and neck with She-Hulk for me, I think. But let's see. So do I need to read anything before reading Imperial? I don't think so. No, not really. It kind of just like starts on its own. There's nothing that really leads into it. The only thing that I think that leads into it is the X-Man Hunt crossover in the X-Men books from several months ago. The end of that book will kind of that's how Professor X and Lilandra get involved, but that doesn't drive the entire story.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to read anything before reading Imperial. It's not even that long. It's only the main story is only 4 issues, and 3 of them have already come out. There's maybe like 4 one-shot tie-ins. So, Imperial's not an event. No. It's just a story that has maybe 8 or 10 issues involved, and that's about it. So it's not like this big.
No, even like Hulk coming into it doesn't feel like the Hulk book. This feels like a Hulk you're more familiar with that walks into the ship.
Yeah.
Or that starts out in the first issue. Because I didn't read the X-Man Hunt, and I came into it and I had no problem. It feels like the start of something that is fresh.
Yeah. Interesting question. Do you think the current Captain America series will reach 50 issues? I think that it absolutely could. I think that Marvel doesn't like to have 50 issues. It's like, whoa, it's been way too long since a number 1. So I think if Marvel just let it go, just let it be what it is, then absolutely it could get to 50. I think and more. But they don't like. Marvel just wants to have their new number ones every couple of years, and I think that's.
What did Daredevil make it up to? The Zdarsky.
Yeah, so Zdarsky's Daredevil made it to issue 36, and then stopped, and then we had the 6-issue Devil's Reign, and then he came back with another 14 issues. So technically, Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil went 50 issues plus the 6 Devil's Reign issues, which I think should have just been issues number 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 of Daredevil. Yeah. And then they should have just kept going on. So
because that new number 1 after that, you couldn't jump onto that.
No.
It was so deep into that series.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think with the creative team, if they stayed on it, were given the opportunity, I think they could reach 50. I think a lot of books could reach issue 50. Yeah. I don't think we are in a place in comics right now where issue 50s are a thing.
No, at least not with Marvel. DC
is embracing the legacy numbering now. Not for everything, but for a lot of things are reverting to their legacy numbering.
Well, they have like Batman Superman World's Finest is on issue 42 or 43, something like that. Superman, the new Superman's already at issue 29, and I can see it going, longer. Wonder Woman is on 20-something. But that's the thing is like, but they never stopped. They never stopped like Batman number 1. Well, it's not like there was a long time without Batman.
Yeah.
Nightwing's on 129 exactly. Yeah. So that's probably the best example right there. Detective Comics is on 1101, or it will be in another few weeks.
I'm sure Flash is pretty high up there now too.
Well, it's on 25 or 24.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were doing legacy numbering.
So yeah, I mean, So I mean, it's and again, it's not like there's been long gaps between those. Just that one of the worst offenders I think was She-Hulk though, because they had Rainbow Rowell and I don't remember the artist's name, but that series ended and it picked up right with a new number 1, but it still had all the same status quo and it was still the same creative team, and then went more. It's like, why do you do that?
I mean, I think for me the worst one was Ghost Spider that had 3 number 1s in a year.
Oh wow, yeah.
Just crazy. Let something ride, but number 1s sell books, and if you need a bump, you do a number 1.
They do, but it's so I heard another retailer say that it's just as much of a jumping off point as it is a jumping on point. And I'm guilty of that too. Like and I wish I hadn't now, but I jumped off of Moon Knight when Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu number 1 came out, because I was like, I'm going to keep reading these, but I'm going to stop buying them. Maybe I'll get trades or whatever. And I was like, there's a clean break right there, and that I shouldn't have done that because Moon Knight is phenomenal, but yeah, I mean, it's just everybody sees that as a clean break, and I feel like we lose as many people off a book as we gain. I guess there's no way to really. I guess we could probably crunch the numbers at least at our store and try to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that Marvel has thought about that, and to them, at least even for like news articles and stuff, it's more exciting, gets more people looking at it. If it's a number 1, even if they, eventually lose somebody.
Yeah, and now if it's a character that we haven't seen for a long time, like Nova is getting a new number 1, like I'm totally fine with that. But I guess, ending a series and then immediately restarting with a new number 1, that's what I don't like. But yeah, if there's been a long gap, we haven't heard about a new Daredevil series yet. This current run is ending with number 25, which comes out, I want to say, next month. Who knows what's going to happen after that? We haven't been told yet. Maybe we'll learn more at New York. I bet they're waiting closer to season 2 of Born Again, which I think is in March, which sucks because that means we're going to go like a good 6-7 months without a Daredevil book. But if they're going to do that, they had better come back with like the best creative team possible.
Yeah, I think your restart thing is most egregious if it's the same creative team on it, so it ends with a number and then starts at number 1, and it's the same team,
same
everything,
same status quo.
If you completely change the writer and artist, I see that, and if the book kind of takes a new direction, then okay. But even back in the day, Uncanny X-Men changed artists or writers or whatever, and it didn't renumber.
Yeah, because I was going to say
X-Men number 1.
Like I do get it if, like you said, a whole new creative team, a whole new direction. I understand a new number 1, but again, back in my day, they just, I don't know, there would be house ads like Amazing Spider-Man 351, David Michelinie, Mark Bagley, new team, and I feel like they could do that now, just advertise a little bit better, and the stuff like we do, say, okay, Daredevil number 67. This is a great jumping on point. New creative team, all that stuff. But, you know, it is what it is now, though. There's no going back. This is just how comics are now. So that's why we do what we do, is to try to get that information out there about, hey, this new Batman #1 from Matt Fraction, that is a great jumping on point. So do that, you know. Back in my day, comics weren't woke. Yeah, that's right. Oh, my gosh. I've been manifesting a new Man-Thing #1 for years.
I think the last Man-Thing #1 we got was at the R.L. Stine one that wasn't good at all. I would love I don't know. I think Marvel could use another horror book.
Yeah, you know, they have Hulk, which, you know, they're trying to make it a horror book, which I don't necessarily love. But that would be...
I like this last Werewolf by Night, that one shot they put out. That was really fun.
Give me a new, like, Midnight Suns, you know, like Ghost Rider, Blade, Night Stalkers, Johnny Cage, Morbius. Like, give me some of that stuff. Release it in October or maybe September to get ready for October. How about what Marvel character would you like to see in new Avengers movies? My pick is Ghost Rider. I mean, I wouldn't want to see Ghost Rider in an Avengers movie. I would just want to see Ghost Rider in a Ghost Rider movie, or a show. But what Avenger? I would want to see like the 70s of the you know, the big three, and then I want to see like Beast and Wonder Man and Black Panther in there, Miss Marvel. Like, I like that. Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym Yellow Jacket. Like, I want Goliath. I want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would like to see like brand new characters that we haven't seen in live action before. That would be really cool. I do like the Beast Wonder Man era of Avengers. That's hard though, because I don't know. I don't always love just guessing or hoping that a certain character is going to appear in a movie, because it's like you're probably going to be disappointed by it. But, you know, I would more think like, what era of Avengers would I like to see adapted into it? I would like to see Bendis's new Avengers with Spider-Man, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Spider-Woman, Jessica Jones.
And Sentry became part of that eventually, right? Was the Thing part of it?
The Thing was part of it.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Like, that's a really fun team of like characters that, you know, have good banter and all of that. I don't always need Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor, because they weren't always on the team. That's the thing. It's like people are like, "That's Avengers." It's like, it wasn't for a long time.
Give me the '90s Avengers with Black Knight leading the team, Cersei, Hercules, and Vision.
Oh yeah,
give me that, or just give me a live action Force Works.
Yeah,
you know, with
Tigra on the team?
She was on the West Coast Avengers.
West Coast.
That's what I want. I want West Coast Avengers. Give me Hawkeye, Tigra, Moon Knight, Iron Man, Wonder Man, Scarlet Witch. Like, give me that.
That would be a really fun.
Do that, man.
Especially since so much of the previous one was set in New York, set in California, and you know, that whole group there would be really fun.
Yeah. And then Pedro on YouTube says, I'm manifesting a new Captain Marvel solo book. That would be cool. I'm
kind of surprised we don't have one right now, but I do think it's okay to rotate. Not every character needs an ongoing solo book at all times. I'm okay when they bring one out, they have a run, they get put back in the closet, we put out another one. It's crazy when you think of like, not every Avengers level character has a solo book, but also each can have their time.
Yeah. You know, and that kind of leads me to my thought of, I don't know that we always need ongoing series. Like, I've always had this idea of like having single issue comic books work like seasons of TV, where you have like a 12 issue thing that lasts for a year, and that's a complete story, and then it gets bundled up or whatever, and then of course this goes back to, you know, new #1s and stuff. But then you know, the next year it's like seasons of TV, and then you have a new volume, a new 1 through 12, and then a new 1 through 12 after that. But it would be clearly marked on the cover, volume 1, volume 2, and give the story a name or whatever.
I think they'd be so worried people would see volume 4 and be like,
and not because that's what.
But manga does it like all the time. Like you're not picking up volume 75 of One Piece and being like, is this a good jumping on point?
Yeah.
Comics would probably be a better jumping on point at their seasons. But yeah, I do think that's give it a title, Captain Marvel, and then subtitle season 1. And then if you did want to change something up, you do Captain Marvel, different subtitle, season 1.
Yeah.
And
but that I guess you're right though, because like if you think like I'm not going to start watching Supernatural with season 4, right?
Yeah.
So I guess people wouldn't want to start with Spider-Man volume 4. They'd be like, oh shoot, I've got to go back and read number 1. But just I don't know, maybe just like make it not that way to where no, you don't have to. Like this is the start of a whole new thing. Maybe we'll reference a few things here and there from the previous thing, but it's not like a continuous thing, like this new Batman number 1. You don't really need to know anything that happened before.
Before I have to go, I do think of it like that because when comics were, there were serialized shows back in the Silver Age and Bronze Age of comics, but there was way more sitcom style. You pop in, you maybe missed an episode, whatever, but we now live in a time where you can get older issues if you need to go digital and read a previous issue or whatever. And most of our shows now are premium shows. They are the Game of Thrones or the Westworld or the Fallout or whatever. Like they are, a season is going to be X number of episodes. And hey, this is season 2, and you're like, oh, I didn't see season 1. Well, you can go back and check that out.
Yeah. And that would be the thing is like, these things would have to like stay in print, at least for several years.
As long as the next seasons of them were coming out, have the previous ones.
Yeah.
And that, your local comic book shop, or if you read them online or something, it's like, just go back and read, and then you can catch up to the new season.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like people are more primed for that high production level series. It's not 22, it's like 8 to 12 runs for half a year to a year. I think it would be great that way, and that would give you schedule things. You say, okay, we're having a season of Captain Marvel. It's going to run from whatever, half a year, January to July or something, and we already have in the docket we're having a Black Panther one that comes out, and they all kind of overlap a little bit and give creative teams time.
Before you go, I like this question. What are your top 3 publishers that are not Marvel or DC?
Oof. Image, but I would say Image Skybound. I like almost everything Skybound puts out.
Can I say Skybound and Ghost Machine and Giant Generator? Can I say can I do 3 Image imprints?
I like Image, but mostly I like Skybound stuff. I think that's a lot of fun. Mad Cave's been putting out some really good stuff. I don't know if I put it my top, but it's an honorable mention.
I was thinking maybe that's my number 2, just because they have some cool stuff.
They've got really cool stuff and very fresh.
Yeah.
Even though they're like properties, it's still like these are really good. I would have said Boom. I'm not really reading anything from Boom right now.
Yeah.
Dark Horse, I like a lot of Dark Horse stuff, but it's it's less about the publisher, more about the property, like their Star Wars stuff. Hellboy, I love all that.
Maybe IDW with all their Ninja Turtle stuff.
Yeah.
And, seems like they have something else that I really like too. Oh, Beneath the Trees.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
So it's really hard because then you start getting more particular because those are not a universe; they're an individual thing. So if you moved Hellboy to another publisher, which would never happen, but I would still follow it because it's Hellboy, and I would be like, as long as it felt the same, I kind of wouldn't care where it was, as long as it was being treated well and coming out on a regular basis. They didn't change the tone too much. So I feel like if you ask what publishers you like, I would almost go to like, how do they treat their creators and how well do they market and that kind of thing is more rather than what titles they have.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to call it right here. Andy's got to go close down the store, and I'm going to fix all this stuff up. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. We'll be back with this show 2 Wednesdays from now. on whatever day that ends up being. I guess that's the 10th of September, I think. But I'll be live on my TikTok channel later on tonight. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We just posted our top comics to pre-order in a Flash video.
I got a lot of information wrong on it on the X-Men book.
We're going to fix it on Friday.
Ignore that part.
We'll post our comics from the future video on Friday and then previews on Monday. And the cycle continues. You guys have a great rest of your new comic book day. And we will see you guys later on. Bye-bye.
Bye.